Welcome back. Okay, we're going to now move on to more diary musts. So we've looked at pronouns already, and you've had a go at independently highlighting the pronouns in the text that you need to identify to make sure that you've got a good diary entry. Now, we also need to make sure that we're using past tense. Do you remember I said it's about events that have already happened? It's not going to be about events that are going to happen in the future. It's going to be about events that have already happened to you. So, diaries are usually written about an event that's occurred, so it should always be written in past tense. So, I've got two examples here. Which of these examples are written in the past tense? I'm going to read them to you. 2 days ago, something dreadful happened. Endurance became stuck in a large sheet of floating ice, an ice floe. Following risky conditions, crossing the Weddell Sea. Now, I'll read the next one. Today, something dreadful will happen. Endurance will stick in a large sheet of floating ice, an ice floe, following risky conditions crossing the Weddell Sea. Pause the video here, and I want you to decide which sentence or which piece of text was written in the past tense. So events that have already happened, not events that are going to happen, events that have already happened. Pause the video now and have a go at that. Okay, did you notice? Let's see if you were correct. Now, if we have a look here, there's a clue straight away because it starts with 2 days ago. That tells me instantly this is going to be about something that has already happened. Something dreadful happened. Can you see I've highlighted that word there? Endurance became stuck in a large sheet of floating ice. Now, when we look at the next text, today, that means the events are going to be happening today. Something dreadful will happen. When we say something will happen, it hasn't happened yet, has it? Endurance will stick into a large sheet of floating ice. The first one is written in the past tense. The second one is not, okay? And we can see that because we have to think about the words. And we have the ed ending for happened, and we have stuck, which is the past tense for stick. So past tense. We can tell if a text is written in the past tense by identifying the verbs that have been used, okay? And this is really key to remember this. Many of our simple past tense regular verbs are easy to identify with that ed ending, so walked, jumped, visited, wanted. We walk, we jump, we visit, we want. That's all in the future, but when we've done it, we walked to school, we jumped on the trampoline, we visited the stately home, we wanted the ice cream. However, some can be a little bit more tricky, and these are known as irregular verbs. So ran, caught, drank, bought. We run, I'm catching, I'm going to have a drink, and I'm going to buy. Now, where and was are also verbs meaning to be, okay? So, in this passage below, can you identify the past tense verbs? Pause the video here, and I want you to use your pencil again to underline those past tense verbs. Off you go. Welcome back. How did you get on with that? Do you think you got one in each sentence? Shall we see? Okay, so let's see. I quickly walked to the train station as I was running late. Umima talked to her teacher about the assignment. My friend taught me to use the manual settings on the camera. I rode my bike to the beach. Last year I visited my grandma in the holidays. I had planned to leave earlier, but I had lost track of time. The Titanic sank in 1912. He sold his car for less than it was worth. Did you get those? Fantastic if you did. If you didn't, go back again and have a look at what a verb is. What past tense means, okay? So that will help you to easily identify them again in the future. So today you are going to identify some of the features we've discussed about diaries. So you're going to use the text that are in your worksheet, and you're going to identify 3 things. Now you might want to use these 3 different colours to help you. So for the date and time, you could use yellow. This is if you've got it at home. If you haven't, don't worry. You can just use your pencil. You could just write DT next to it. Then you're going to write first person pronouns. And if you haven't got a coloured pencil, you could just write P next to it so we know that it's a pronoun. And then I want you to identify the past tense verbs. And if you're identifying that and you haven't got a purple colour, you could just write PT, past tense, okay? So you can either highlight them or you can write them down in your workbook. Use different colours, or you can use your pencil. So I'm going to show you these diaries that you're going to be having a look at, and I think you might recognise one of them. Samuel Pepys is there. So what I need you to do, guys, is stop the video now, have a look at your worksheet, and I want you to identify those key parts of the diary. You're going to need these for when we start writing our diaries next week. Good luck with that, and I'm sure you're going to be great at it. Take care now. Bye.